are going to be having live daily devotions every day on Facebook. And as time goes by, if we get 1,000 followers on TikTok, we're going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Today, we shall be talking about religion. I know this will irk some people because some people have identified themselves with a religion. If you want, this may be very brutal unto your ego and your soul, but then we're here to brutalize the truth. I turned the culture into a religion, calling it Swati traditional religion, broadly known as African religion. Otherwise, it's not a religion, it's a culture, it's a practice, it's spirituality they found in Africa. Because we do not know who's right and who's wrong. It's highly possible that we're all right because we're basically saying the same thing. It's just that we're saying it in different ways. Hello, elements. I hope you guys are good. Today I have two hands. Woohoo! At last, we're able to invest on that stand, right? Remember this video?
Sorry, I don't have a phone stand yet. I'm using my hand. But one day, one step at a time, elements.
So manifestation is real, yeah? And to think that manifestation is only bringing forth or bringing forward the things that are just major in the physical realm, like your job, your money, those things like businesses and all that. Manifestation is bringing anything you desire in your mind into the physical realm, because anything you have in your mind means that it is already there, available in the spiritual realm. The only thing, you just have to manifest it in the physical realm. Then you'll be like, oh, I'm craving candy or lollipop. Then you go buy it. The fact that you already have it means that you have manifested it, because you cannot have something without actually manifesting it, right? So yes, we have manifested the stand at last. Oh, my hands are free. Da, 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 da. Right, so welcome once again. It's a Friday. We're at the park, back for another video. First of all, I'm wearing myself today earrings. This is the December edition. For more information, if you want to buy them, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. If you want to learn how to do them, you can still contact us. Plus, there is a site called Patreon, link down below. Support the earring business, learn how to do them. In fact, they're just terms and conditions. Just follow the link, you will know what the package includes. And another package on Patreon is the spiritual galore. It's a package whereby you get you're the first person to get a link to my book, anything I release, shorts, like trailers, a compilation of trailers for the month, daily devotions. So with that being said, we are going to be having live daily devotions every day on Facebook, and as time goes by, we're going to be live on Facebook and YouTube. And as time goes by, if we get 1,000 followers on TikTok, we're going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So it's just only a matter of time and manifestation, right? So in these devotions, we're going to be raising the frequency in alignment with a good day. Whoever wants to manifest, will help them manifest. It's just a collection whereby we come together and raise frequency according to that particular day during my meditation sessions, right? So another package on Patreon is for those who want to help propel the element era. There's also a package for that, whereby you just join and just send forth monthly donations just from if you have a big heart. If you have a big heart and you want to help propel the element era. If you don't know what the element era is, check my previous video. I am broadly talking about it. And the new book is out, a book of 100 quotes, my original 100 quotes. There is a link down below that will send you straight to check out. You just pay, everything is just there. Everything I have is just simple, straightforward, step by step, right? So just follow the link, get the book. It's very inspirational, right? You will not regret buying it. Okay, so today we shall be talking about religion. I won't be talking much. I'll be just summarizing because we all know religion. Amen. But then, for those who do not know it, the summary will be very informative. Everybody will understand about it, and you'll be good to go. So, I know that I've promised you a video on energy, but my guides, my higher self, is still saying element. You still don't know much about this thing. Just take a pause, gather enough info, then you will know. You will know when to present on energy. So I don't want to fumble it because, truth be told, the videos I present here, the information I present here, has been thoroughly researched from my higher self. Mind you, I never ever research information from the internet, ever. That's why I'm serious. Like, I never ever research information from the internet because that's another person's theory, another person's finding. What is my own finding, right? So what I do is I meditate every morning, take down information, write it down, and when I'm satisfied to an extent that even if I can be asked a question, any question on that particular subject, I can answer it with ease, right? So I never present information here which I feel like I myself am not convinced of it, right? So today we shall be talking about religion, just a summary of religion, right? Okay, what is religion? I know this will irk some people because some people have identified themselves with a religion. So beyond this may be very brutal and to your ego and your soul, but then we're here to brutalize the truth. Again, whatever I present here is not information cast in stone because I am not a guru and I'm not a god. I'm just a person trying to relay information to you. Then it's up to you whether you develop it further or you just do not resonate with it. And it's okay because we're different people who are entitled to different opinions. I cannot force you to be entitled to my opinion, right? So what I'm saying here can either resonate with you or it won't make sense to you. And if it doesn't make sense to you, it's okay. Move on, go on and find your own truth. Or if you have found your own truth, then I'm happy for you. Stick to it, but do not judge, shun, or just do away with other people's beliefs and theories, right? Exactly. So today we're going to talk about religion. I'm just going to summarize a few points here and there. First of all, every land or people of a certain land, indigenous people, have their indigenous cultures, right? For example, in Africa, we have Nguni culture in the southern parts of the world. The Nguni culture dominates, right? And in the Nguni culture, then we're divided into clans: the Swati, Zulus, Xhosas, Ndebeles, you name them, right? So each and every one of these cultures, they have their own practices, right? The Nguni practice can never be the same as another practice up in the northern part of Africa, right? So each and every culture has their own individual practice, right? So we had our practices, belief system, that in this culture this is a taboo, in this culture this is practice, in this culture this is done, this is not done, this is what we do, this is the reason why, right? Just a fully functional practice, right, which is a culture. Then during colonization, people from the European countries colonized different parts of the world, right? bringing forth their own culture, imposing their culture onto those indigenous people, depending where they set base, right? So they would come here and be like, oh, this is what you do. Oh, this is how you call God. Oh, this is how you do this and this and that. At first, they try to blend in their culture with those people's cultures, the indigenous people's cultures. But then the people were like, we don't understand it, sorry. So they came second wave, right? They attacked again. They were like, oh, no, 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 no. Actually, it's not that they're the same. It's just that your culture is demonic, right? For example, there is a theory that goes around which says they came to South Africa, to the Soto people. They asked, what do you call your god? Then they said it's Modimo. And then they were like, oh, it's the same as our god. And then the Xhosa people, the Soto people, started asking questions that, then do you mean it's like this? Do you mean like that? And then the colonizers couldn't answer these questions. So they were like, no, the word Modimo is a short form. The word Modimo is a short form for Modimoni. Right? It's just a theory. I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I'm just setting it forth that it's a theory. It's a theory. I just overheard, right? So in fact, I could believe it, because those are the things that they did. They bring forth their culture, and once they see that you're not adopting it, then they'll demonize your culture, right? So I'll spread my roots more on Eswatini, because it's where I am. It's where I know how this thing went about, right? So in Eswatini, we have four major religions, right? So when these European colonizers came, they imposed their culture on us and called it a religion. They said that if you don't follow this thing, you will go to hell. There were just rules and regulations, terms and conditions, this strict dogma, right? So Africans, Amaswati, were petrified of this information. So they were forced, they were forced to adopt this thing called religion, right? So there's this theory that the word lisonto or isonto, sontaga, Sunday, came from the fact that they were forced, they were forced by the neck, gun pointed at their heads, right? So that's how the name Lisonto came about, right? Religion is actually another culture imposed onto another person's culture, right? And that initial indigenous culture is then paganized, is then demonized, and the person is forced to strip it away because it's demonic, right? So, coming back to religions now, there are four major religions in Eswatini. There is Baha'i faith, there is the Muslim faith, there is the Christian faith. And then what they did when they came to Eswatini, they tried to convert as many people as they could, but those they couldn't convert, those who were stubborn to stay in their own culture, were then classified by these Europeans as people falling under a different religion. They turned the culture into a religion, calling it Swati traditional religion, broadly known as African religion. Otherwise, it's not a religion, it's a culture, it's a practice, it's spirituality they found in Africa, right? So you cannot tell me that if in your house you have a strict policy of a 10 p.m. curfew, no phones on the table, respect your elders, never talk back to your elders, wash your hands after using the bathroom, then you call that a religion? No, it's just a culture. It's what you do in that house. It's the practices you have in the house, right? So what Christians did when they came, They then called the group of those unconverted people into a Swati traditional religion. They called it a religion when it's not a religion per se, it was a culture, right? So now there are four, including the Swati traditional religion: Christian faith, Baha'i faith, Muslim faith, Swati traditional religion. So all these four people have the same God. They are talking about the same God who emits love, light, peace, and harmony in the world, right? It's just that the way they are portraying or entering into their God space. I'm talking about this in my previous video. Please check it out. The way they're entering into their God space is different. Each and every one enters in their God space in a different manner. That is not the same as the next religion. I am talking further about this in my previous video. Please go check it out if you want to understand what I mean by getting into your God space differently and what makes us different and tap into these God spaces differently, right? So, the Baha'i faith. The Baha'i faith calls the divine, because I said in my previous video that God is not in the outside. God is not a man up in the sky out there, right, waiting to save you, right? God is this divine energy within you, which you enter or tap into it by meditating, praying, or doing anything that you feel like helps you tap into your God space or God state, right? So these the Baha'i faith followers call their divine space God. The Muslims call their divine space Allah. Christians call their divine space God. Swati traditionalists call their divine space Mvelinkhandi or Mlendengamonia. Right? So these people are calling their God space differently because of culture. Right? I'm stating this thing in my previous video, right? Just that now I'm elaborating on it. They are calling their divine space differently because of culture, not because it's a different person now, right? The Baha'i faith calls their messenger to God Baha'u'llah, right? It's the person who started this Baha'i faith follower movement and is the messenger of God. The bridge they use as a communication to God was Baha'u'llah, who was the prophet or the founder of the Baha'i faith religion, right? Muslims call their messenger to Allah Muhammad. This is their bridge, their messenger to God, who they use to communicate to God. Christianity has a bridge to their God called Jesus Christ. It's who they use to communicate to their divine space. Swazi traditionalists call their bridge to their own divine space ancestors. So all these people are doing the exact same thing, the exact same way. It's just that they are calling it different things, and the founders are different. Otherwise, they are preaching the same gospel: emit love, light, peace, and harmony into the world, right? These people all have the same message. They're all practicing the same manifestation. It's just that their ways of doing these things is different. So what I'm just here to underline is the fact that it's okay if you have resonated with a specific religion 100% purely, and you can tap into your God space or God state through that religion, right? It's okay. I'm happy for you. Bravo, kudos, right? But never then demonize the next person who has chosen to resonate or was born resonating or feels like they resonate with a particular religion that is different to yours, right? Just stay in your lane. Okay, this works for me. I've been in this religion for so and so years and it's been working for me and I love it, right? stay there, right? Follow those principles, use what you have, and complete your mission, right? It's okay, but never demonize the next person's religion because you do not know what they've been through with their own religion. They also have testimonies, right? So you cannot then say that your religion or your divine space is better or is the one.
You see, this one that I have right now is the one.
This one is the one. I don't care. Is the one. Right? You can never say that, but do that, do whatever resonates with you, stick to that, right? Because we do not know who's right and who's wrong. It's highly possible that we're all right because we're basically saying the same thing, right? It's just that we're saying it in different ways. So if we just stay in our lanes, we will meet if there is a next life, right? If there is a next life, then we'll meet in the next life, hug and be like, oh, we were all right. Because I'm 100% positive that if there is a next life, then we're all on the right track. Everybody emitting love, light, peace, and harmony is on the right track. Whether you're calling your God, Allah, Modimo, Nut, and whatever, you have different kind of gods. You have the God of love, God of happiness, God of peace, God of health. You have different gods. You have a mono god, you have a dual god, a triple god. I do not care whatever you call your divine space, as long as you are emitting love, light, peace, and harmony into the physical realm. Then, if there is a next life, you and I will meet there. Love you, elements. Good day.